Welcome back to the Big and Little Crochet video blog, and this is Hexagon number 20, and we've got the lovely blush pink, the slate grey and the white, and we're starting off with the white and we're going to make a circle from 5 chains. So we start off with a slip knot. Now I've got my 4mm hook that came with issue number 1, and I'm going to do 5 chains and then join that with a slip stitch to the first one. Now don't forget, as ever, if I'm going too fast for you, you can just pause and rewind and catch up and so on, so just do it at your own pace. So now we've got a ring, I'm going to do some double trebles into the middle of the ring, so not into the stitches, and I'm start off with a 4 chain for a double treble and then an extra chain because we've got 1 chain in between each one. And a double treble has this double yarn over right into the middle of the ring, through 2, and then through 2 again, and then 1 chain. So we do that again and keep doing that until you've got a cartwheel with 12 spokes. Of course the chains that you did will be the first spoke. 1 chain. So this is what it looks like here, and I've joined with a slip stitch to the top of that first chain that you did, and I'm going to fasten off because we're going to join in the slate grey now, and we can join to any of those 1 chain spaces. And here's the grey, and I've done a slip knot already. So into there, pull it through. Now we're going to do trebles, so I'll do 1, 2, 3 chains and then 2 trebles into this space, and then 3 trebles into the next space. And keep going. So 3 trebles in every space all the way around. So at the end of that grey round, we're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the first 3 chain that you did and fasten off. And next we're going to have the blush. And this is a very thin round with the blush, which will show only in little pips when the hexagon's finished. So what happens is that you join into any of the spaces between the groups of 3 trebles. Join on there. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a double crochet in the next space, and then 4 again. So in the next round you work into those 4 chain spaces and they're covered up, so all you see are the little pips, but it's quite a nice effect when it's a bright colour. So on that first one we did a chain to join and then another 4 there, and now we're doing here and a double, and I don't think we can work that yarn in, so I'll have to sew it in at the end. So keep going all the way around, 4 chain and a double. So at the end there we've already got our nice pip in that last one, so I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the back of the work, so go through there and then fasten off. And we can sew those in at the back, or they'll get worked in the next row, because now we're going to join the white again, and this is the shaping round, so we're still in a circle really. So I'm going to make a slip knot and join to any of these 4 chain spaces, and the shaping in this round is done over 2 of the spaces, so it's not like the last hexagon we did, number 19, the spacing all happened in 1 space, but this one it happens over 2. Right, so this is, I've done 2 chains for a half treble, 2 trebles, and then 2 double treble, all in that same space. And then I'm going to do 3 chain for the corner, and then do the same thing again in the next space but backwards, so starting off with the 2 double treble, two treble, and then 1 half treble. So you're just reducing in height, and that's your corner. So I'm going to have 1 chain in the middle there, and then half treble, 2 trebles, and then 2 double trebles, so it goes up again. But the little chain in the middle is important, you'll see why in the next round. So there's your corner, and there's a little chain there, and then you go up and have 3 chain, and so on. So you keep repeating that all the way around. So it's made quite a nice star shape, hasn't it? So I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first 2 chain that you did. So I've got my chain there and fasten that off, and we're going to rejoin the grey now, or slate I should say, and we're going to join to one of these 3 chain corners. So I'll start off with a slip knot, and the idea about the next round is that it fills in, so we have thinner stitches here where it's already high, and then slightly longer stitches in this central bit where it dips in. So you keep the star pattern, which will be nice. So we start off with doubles in the corners. So I'm just going to do 1 chain for a double there, and then 1 double in each of the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll run that length along the back to work it in as we go along. One, 2, 3, 4. Then a half treble in that stitch, and a treble in the chain in the middle, and then another half treble here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's going to be, the stitch is to the right of the top, so it's in there. So don't miss that one, otherwise you don't have enough to go round, as it were. And then we're going to do another 4 doubles going back up the other side. And in the corner space we do a double and then 3 chain and another double, and then you set off down the side again. So there you can see that the grey fills in the little dip in the sides. So here we are, and I've done 3 chain, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch to that first chain that you did and fasten off. There we are, just got a few ends to sew in, but then that's hexagon number 20 done.